From startup founders to seasoned business leaders, our guests share their stories and insights to help you overcome challenges, seize opportunities, and achieve your goals. So if you're ready to learn, grow, and succeed as an entrepreneur, hit that subscribe button and tune into the Global Entrepreneurs Podcast today.
In 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, good evening. Hey, Gen Pips, what's up, Ketchup? We're back. Andito na naman kami, manggugulo sa buhay nyo.
Hi guys, I'm back.
We're back. So, our podcast for today is 4.0, Raising Capital Strategies and Stories. And we have special guest.
Well, it's not a special guest actually. He's the face of this podcast.
Ayun.
We would like to welcome our very own, our Mr. President Alan de los Santos de Los Angeles.
Ayun.
Are you there?
Okay, thank you. At magandang araw sa lahat.
Oh my gosh, na-miss ko ang boses ni Alan.
Welcome back, Alan. We miss you. We miss you, buddy.
Thank you.
Grabe ka talaga. Pinagtaguan mo kami ng ilang buwan.
Hindi, nagpapalakas lang.
Marami kang utang sa akin, ako gumawa ng trabaho.
So, ikaw muna nag-recap habang wala si Alan eh. Sabi niya, ako daw mag-recap. Hindi, ikaw na mag-recap. Oh my God, that's amazing. It's amazing. We're happy to be back.
Very special day today.
Yeah.
Very special day.
I know we have
Welcome back, Alan.
we have so many
Thank you.
for Jen. And abangan ng mga tagapakinig natin yan, definitely.
Sa buong mundo.
Sa buong mundo. Hindi lang sa North America. Kaya nga global eh. Global Entrepreneurs Network, di ba? So, yung topic natin will be 4.0, Raising Capital Strategies and Stories. Alan,
Yeah.
bumati ka muna sa mga natin.
Matagal kang nagsasayan.
Magandang araw sa lahat. At na-miss ko kayo sa 2.0 natin.
Yun!
Ito, nagbabalik sa 4.0.
Yun!
Abangan nyo ang malalaking dito, revelasyon.
Revelasyon, yeah. Kahit saan ka man sa mundo, interviewin ka namin. Abulin ka namin. Gabi. Galing.
Update natin si Alan. Actually, Alan, maraming nang dumaan na mga entrepreneurs na na-interview natin. Yung pinakauna nating interview, di ba, yung 2.0, si Ron Moreno ng Roman Essence.
Yeah.
Na-miss ko nga yun eh.
Tapos sino pa ba? Yung 3.1 natin, si
Chef Ben.
Chef Ben ng
Australia.
Yeah.
Tingnan mo, global talaga. Australia yun. Grabe.
Tapos si Engineer Dante ng Engineer Dante, di ba? Na 3.2.
Yeah.
Sino pa ba?
Si Hannah sa California.
Oh, yeah, special shout out to Miss Hannah. Ang may-ari ng Adobos and More. Actually, si Engineer Dante Debour, ang pangalan is Debour. Construction.
Si Chef Ben, Reyes Bucci, right? Tama ba?
Correct.
Just want to make sure, baka magkamali ako. Lagot ako kay Chef.
Hello at kaway-kaway sa inyong mga previous natin, contributors.
Salamat sa mga maraming salamat sa mga na-interview natin, mga guests natin.
Salamat. At yung last is si Miss Cha.
Na-miss.
Ng Straight Arrow Marketing.
Yay! Thank you, Miss Cha.
Thank you.
Na-miss ko yung interview nyo pero sinubaybayan ko.
Babalik sila.
Babalik ka rin. Yes. So, yun, pag-uusapan natin yung yung topic na to, which is 4.0. Alam ko maraming nag-aabang dito sa topic na to. Marami tayong mga young entrepreneurs na gusto magsimula ng business but they don't know how to raise capital, right? In starting a business. So, pag-uusapan natin yung
Ano nga ba ang capital?
ano nga bang capital? Ikaw ang accountant din eh. Hindi ko
Ikaw ba, sa tingin mo, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng capital para sa iyo?
talagang pag sinabi kasing capital, unang nasa isip mo kagad pera eh, no? Tama ba 'yon?
Oh, yeah, o puhunan.
Pwede, di ba? Pwede. Or yung capital can be your talent. Tama ba? Or pwede, di ba? So, kwentuhan lang naman to, di ba? So, ayon kay Google, yung capital daw ay talagang ginugol ko pa. Para ma-explain natin, at least malaman nila. Capital. Oh, iba to, ibang meaning yan.
Ginugil mo pa talaga, no?
Capital means the money a company needs to function and to expand. Tama ba yun?
Well, yeah, capital, ito yung ginagamit natin. Hindi, nasa mundo tayo ng entrepreneurship eh. So, syempre, yung capital, yun yung ginagamit natin para makapagpatakbo ng negosyo, para makapaggawa ng business activity. So, tama yung sinabi mo kanina na ang capital could be in a form of money or yung monetary or yung fiat o yung pera. But hindi ibig sabihin limited lang yung capital sa pera kasi maraming mga disclaimer ha, this is just me. This is just my opinion. Maraming magsasabi sa inyo na mag-uumpisa daw ng business nang walang puhunan. Where in the world of accounting and business, hindi ka makakapag-start ng business nang walang puhunan. Depende lang kung anong klase at type ng puhunan. Number one, cash, pwedeng cash or monetary, monetary. Pwede rin yung sarili mo ang puhunan mo. Katulad yung mga IT, tulad ni Alan at saka ni Erwin, di ba? Hindi nyo kailangan ng cash right away to make a business activity or to create money because you can use yourself as a considered capital. 'Di ba? Or pwede rin namang wala kang pera, you can use somebody else's money in the form of debt or utang. Actually, utang is considered a capital. So kailangan nating malaman na hindi lang pera ang pinag-umpisa ng capital. So, hindi totoo para sa akin na mag-umpisa ka sa wala kasi there's no way you can make a business activity without using something to make business or to make money. So, it's either yourself, your own asset, somebody else's money or debt, or your savings. Yun yung para sa akin. That's capital.
Lalim naman yun. Talagang tinodo mo na. Tinodo mo na explanation. Sa akin, one line na. Tinodo na.
Podcast to eh.
Tama yun. I think tama yung perception ni Elmer na you cannot start any business na wala kang capital. In a form of monetary or in a form of intellect or resource.
Correct. Kasi pagka hindi natin sinunod yun, di yung mismong basic formula ng aming field, which is asset is equals to liabilities plus capital, we'll have no essence.
Yeah.
Kasi saan mo ilalagay yung column ng pinag-umpisa ng business?
Ulitin mo nga yun. Ulitin mo nga asset.
Asset equals liabilities plus capital. So capital can be a form of money or even goodwill or kaya may tinatawag tayong industrial partners eh. They are considered owners. They are considered owners or part of the capital wherein they use their own labor and expertise. Then you value that as in the form of equity. So tama yung sinabi ni Alan, talagang hindi pwedeng walang umpisa pag gagamitin.
Dapat meron, right? So,
Kasi ang business multiplication of capital eh.
Correct.
multiplication of capital. Wow, lalim na naman. Ito na naman kami ni Alan, yung malalim na mga...
Okay.
Kaya ka nga nagbi-business eh. Gusto mo i-multiply yung capital mo eh. Yeah,
Oh.
gusto mong palaguin yung capital. So kung wala kang capital, wala kang papalaguin.
So to make money, you have to spend money.
Yeah.
Or use somebody else's money.
Oh, OPM, other people's money. Wow, God.
Parang OPM, parang Filipino song, ano yun eh, music.
OPM, man. Nakakamiss. Anyway, so multiplication of capital. See, ang dami ko na naman natututunan sa mga expert talaga. Galing. Ayos. So, paano ba mag-raise ng capital? O paano ba
Bago ka mag-raise ng capital, dapat alam mo kung magkano ang gusto mo dapat mo i-raise to start a business. Di ba? So dapat ma-determine mo yung tapos titignan mo kung feasible ba yung magkaroon ng growth yung capital mo. Kasi kung walang feasibility, walang hindi feasible, then why start that business, di ba?
Yeah. So papasok tayo sa business plan.
Yeah.
Okay. So very important din pa. Elmer, remember, pinag-usapan natin yung business plan. It doesn't have to be detailed, right? But it's very important na magkaroon tayo ng business plan. So when you start...
Kung wala kang business plan, hindi mo alam kung feasible ba yung business na pinapasok mo. So paano mo magkakaroon paano mo ma-determine yung capital mo? To start with, right?
Yeah, so bago ka dumating sa capital, bago ka pa dumating sa point ng raising of capital, di ba? Yung ang mga nakaraan nating podcast, kailangan ma-identify muna what is your business idea, ano yung mga papatok at hindi papatok, ano yung entry and exit strategy. Masyadong particular si Alan dyan. And at the same time, business plan, it doesn't necessarily mean you have a full-blown tinatawag nito feasibility studies, now we're in top management, like really doing it. But even for a small business, it's so important that you have a business plan. It could be in your mind or at least in a skeletal form. So at least from where you start, what you're gonna do, in the end, if it's successful or not, you have an exit strategy. Kasi hindi pwedeng basta-basta ang business. Kasi yung pag-start ng business is already 50% win and 50% loss. Imagine mo kung wala ka pang business plan, most business fails because they don't plan.
Yeah, kasi bago mo may raise yung funds mo, dapat alam mo kung yung business mo kung magkano kikitain ng capital mo. Kasi kung hindi mo alam yon, baka may ibang opportunity na mas pwede mong pagtuunan ng pansin instead na yung iniisip mong business.
Saka hindi mo ma-perform yung tinatawag nating capital requirement kung hindi mo alam ang scale.
Yeah.
At saka requirements ng mismong business na gagawin mo. Mamaya nagdi-dream ka ng 100,000 raising mo na capital pero ang plano mo pala is a full-blown Chinese restaurant. So that's not enough. So kailangan alam mo kung ano yung magkano at hanggang saan, ano yung may tinatawag pa tayo diyang cushion na kailangan mong
buffer funds mo.
Yung cushion, okay. Explain mo nga yan yung cushion. Kasi sa mga kagaya ko na ano ang cushion? So buffer yon, di ba? Na parang contingency ba yon or
may dalawa kasi. May tinatawag na yun yung contingency and then yung tinatawag natin na buffer. Yung buffer fund, kasi di ba usually sa business, pag nag-umpisa ka naman ng business, hindi ka agad nakakarating sa 100% sales mo ng target mo doon sa business plan mo. Yes. May tinatawag tayong honeymoon period. Usually less than a year. Yung hindi doon mo pa lang makikita yung potential ng business mo, di ba? Kung really you're gonna make it or not gonna make it. So hindi pa pumapalo yung sales mo. So anong ibig sabihin nun? For sure you have more expenses than revenue. So at that time, most businesses fails because dahil hindi successful yung business nila, but they discontinue their business because they ran out of funds to operate. And then
Mhm.
13th month, 14th month, doon na pala talaga lalakas yung business, naubos na yung capital nila, reserve
Oh,
to
I see.
para dun sa honeymoon stage. So yun minsan, yun yung nakakalimutan ng iba na nag-open ng business.
Mm.
So yun, 'di ba, yung ito so ang ang capital is napakahalaga, pero bago makapag-raise ka ng capital, you have to know where you're gonna use that capital, 'di ba?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
talaga yung dinaanan ng podcast natin from the stage of business idea, from the stage of like planning, for the stage of um, strategies, and then tsaka pa lang magka-come up ng capital. Ang iba kasi, ang ginagawa, capital muna ang iniisip.
Okay, okay. So, may iba
Capital,
bang mm.
yung iba nagtatakot agad kasi sila kung ilan ng capital. But actually, at tingnan mo muna kung ano yung size ng project mo. And then tsaka mo na problemahin yung capital. Kasi capital, you can source it out.
Oh, okay.
Especially kung entrepreneur ka na, maraming traditional and non-traditional ways for you to get the capital so that you could start up your business.
Ayos, galing mo talaga, galing mo.
Sabi ni Elmer is yung capital is hindi necessarily monetary. Yung iba diyan, yung lalo na sa industry partners, kino-contribute nila yung as a capital yung expertise nila sa
Mhm,
industry itself, right?
mhm.
Lalo na sa IT. Pag may mga IT projects, 'di ba? Mostly ang kino-contribute ng mga is hindi monetary. Usually yung skill sets na dala nila, yung
Expertise.
Correct.
yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
And then yun yung hindi well, kasi hindi rin natin masisisi kasi yung iba hindi pa nila wala pa sila doon. So ang alam lang nila is yung mga small business na nag-start lang sa money. But may mga businesses na hindi nag-start lang ng kailangan ng money kasi may mga experts din na binibigyan ng mga stocks or equity or share, and they're one of the capital of the company nung in-start yung business.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
kaya kailangan natin expand yung ating yung learning, yung knowledge kasi hindi lang meron kasing mga iba lang sinasabi, umpisa sa wala talaga you have to start with something to make a business or to make money. It's
Mhm,
either
mhm.
yourself or somebody else's money.
Three popular funding option for business. Sabi nila either you do bootstrapping, small business loan, or angel investors or venture capital. So, anong tingin niyo dito sa mga option na to when it comes to funding option for the business?
Hintayin natin si consultant.
Hindi kasi usually yung mga option na yan, ang hihingin sa iyo yung business plan mo eh. So
Mhm.
without the business plan, hindi ka rin bibigyan yan eh. 'Di ba?
Mhm.
So kailangan dapat solid yung mo. So mag-i-invest to start with, mag-invest ka ng time to create your business plan.
I see. Okay.
Correct. Kasi kung wala naman yun, paano ma-gauge yung kung anong klaseng capital ang kailangan dun sa
Yeah.
business na itatayo. Kasi kung sari-sari store lang yan, it's very no-brainer. You just need a small capital, which is it's either pwede kang you use your own savings or you use yung somebody else's, pwedeng prepaid postpaid strategy. Yung diskarte mo lang ang gagamitin mo,
Mhm.
up to that. But Hollywood, for example, sample ko na lang sa sarili ko, no, yung I'm currently starting up a franchise business, which is they're based from Texas, and then I'm moving them to have a first branch here sa California. So
Yun.
yung size nung capital niya is hindi maliit. So it's ranging from 150 to $300,000 for a store. So
Mhm.
hindi yun, so kung ikaw mag-isa ka lang or very seldom at the age of 30 or 40 a person has a 300 to $400,000 savings. So
Mhm.
hindi ka mag-start na, na gumamit ng savings mo. And it's very risky to use your own money for that kind of venture. So
Okay.
usually, ang ginagawa natin is pumunta tayo dun sa sinasabi mo na business loan or tinatawag natin ng mga traditional way of raising capital. It
Okay.
could be a venture wherein halimbawa magkakapatid kayo, magkakatropa kayo, you guys could chip in to complete that required capital so that you can start up the business. Or either kung wala naman kayong savings, you guys can go to a traditional bank to apply for small business loans. So there's like a lot of options. You can use your parents' houses.
Ah,
If your parents are like so I mean so gracious enough and love you enough for you to start your own first business, you can ask your parents to use their equity. May mga ganyan eh. So yung
Mhm.
mga tinatawag na non-traditional ways of sourcing funds. So maraming ways. Ang tanong is, what kind of business are you gonna build? And
Mhm.
at the same time, what what size of capital you need to raise. And then once na establish mo na yung dalawang yan, then tsaka kayo maghahanap ng actually secondary na yung looking for a source of capital eh.
At
Oo.
saka ang dito sa North America, i-explore niyo rin yung mga grants, government grants.
Mhm.
Kasi may mga business na sinusuportahan ng government, they provide grants for the capital. Lalo na dito sa North America, kung mag-start ka ng business na tungkol sa agriculture, may maraming grants dito na pwede nilang i-fund yung project mo.
Oh, okay. May gano'n kaya sa Philippines?
Yes, hindi lang bino-broadcast, so you have to really find it.
Okay, okay. I have a question. Kasi parang may nabasa ako or napakinggan na interview ni Mark Cuban, right? Yung owner ng Dallas Mavericks. He said na parang sinasabi niya na kasi parang sinabi niya doon, if you're starting a business and you take out a loan, you're a moron because there are so many uncertainties involved with starting a business. That the one certainty that you'll have to have is paying back your loan, and the bank doesn't care about your business. What do you think about that one? Or it depends on the business, right? Aba, ayaw na Elmer.
Okay. Ako ba yung tinatanong mo? Well, I don't know kung ano yung position niya. I can only speak based on my experience
Okay.
and what I have right now. I experienced to started a business using my own house. So I mean, and I used my equity, which is at the form of a loan, which
Mhm.
50-50 risk. It worked well naman.
Okay.
Wala naman akong naging problema.
Yeah.
And then with regards to taking a loan or securing a loan to build a business, well, it depends on what kind of
Business.
business, and at the same time, anong klaseng how do you form the business? Is it in the form of sole proprietorship? Because for sure, for sole proprietorship, we're gonna like put shackles on your hands and feet because
Mhm.
you are personally
Labor.
financially responsible to whatever the outcome of the business because it's a sole proprietor. But if it's a corporation and an LLC, um, it's a different story.
Okay, okay. So I guess the loan it really depends, right? If it's a personal loan, I would say no. Right? Kasi medyo nakatayat yung personal asset mo doon, correct?
Tama yan,
Mhm.
tama.
Yeah. Unlike the corporation which has its own entity, yun lang yung liable doon. Hindi
Mhm.
kasama doon yung personal asset mo.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't get me wrong. Mag-start ka ng corporation, you have, like for example, if you secure funds from banks or financial institution, meron namang silang hold na at least 5 to 10 years, meron kang tinatawag na guarantor or guarantee. So
Mhm.
kailangan pag hindi gumita yung business for the 5 years or 10 years, you are personally liable. But after that, you are free like a bird. You can may mga ganong arrangement or meron namang mga maayos na bangko na they don't care about personal guarantee because they know that you're in business. They can just release funds to your new business or new corporation without any asking for a contingency guarantee, from a personal guarantee. So may mga ganun na sistema. But hindi rin natin pwedeng i-absolutely sabihin na wag mangutang yung mga sole proprietor kasi in the perspective kasi bilang accountant, no, yung mga personal ano ba to, sole proprietors na mataas naman yung net value nila o yung net worth.
Okay.
So, yun know, kung halimbawa meron silang worth 10 million in assets, di ba? And then ang ayaw lang, meron silang 1 million, halimbawa 1 million cash in the savings account. Pero yung tatayo nilang business is 3 million required capital, which is could be a form of cash or a liability. Kung ako yung sole proprietor, I will still loan the 3 million without using my own savings and without selling my own asset because I know that I have a net worth of 11 million compared to a loan of 3 million.
Okay.
So no matter what, kung manalo ako doon, be happy, I use somebody else's money, I didn't touch kung saan kumang ginagamit yung existing kong pera. Or kung matalo man, I have the cushion to not to get default in the bank na mababayaran ko pa rin siya kasi I could dispose an asset na pambayad doon.
When may
Kaya
matitira.
malugi man. So I don't care kasi meron siyang net worth or net worth na nakabala doon sa personal loan or kung anong loan man yung ginamit sa sole proprietor type of business.
I see. Galing. Kasi at least
So no one advice fits all. Alam mo 'yon, hindi mo pwedeng absolute yung isang kung nag-work yun sa'yo, isa yung sitwasyon, it should be the absolute rule. Hindi eh. Depende sa financial situation nung mismong entrepreneur, I think. Kasi it's always it's always a numbers game. Pagdating sa if you're gonna go with yung mga financial institution.
Si Alan naman, what do you think, Alan?
Hindi, tama yun. I agree with kung ano yung sinasabi ni Elmer. Kasi kahit sa anong business, ano naman tinitignan natin yung kung saan tayo makaka-leverage, di ba? So, yung pagkukuha ng loan is really leveraging yun eh. You could leverage yung either inaano mo yung nile-leverage mo yung pera ng bangko based on a loan.
So parang kasi kunya yung 11 million, right? May 11 million siyang asset, right? And only using 3 million lang yung hindi siya maglo-loan ng more than dun sa asset niya. Tama ba, Elmer? At least may cushion siya, may buffer siya na
kasi ang ginagamit mo, nile-leverage mo yung credibility mo eh. Pagkuha ng loan, di ba?
Okay, so it really depends.
So it's more on talaga, leveraging. Nile-leverage mo yung credibility mo. Kaya pag magkukuha ng loan for the business.
Okay. So kung magsisimula ka pa lang ng negosyo, kasi sa amin, kunyari kami yung sa IT, bootstrap ang ginagamit namin. Kaya bootstrap kasi hindi pa kami nag-a-ask ng pera from angel investor or yung mga venture capitalists, right? Kasi gusto muna namin magkaroon ng traction. So we're using our own fund muna, right? So bootstrapping, it's more like parang you're just using the funding, yung personal savings mo, right? Or yung pera mo lang. So we start from there, and then once we have a traction, once we gain traction, doon pa lang kami lalapit sa mga angel investor or sa mga bangko or venture capitalists or investor na pwedeng mag-fund sa business namin to scale up. Yun yung sa amin Kaya bootstrapping ang ginagamit namin. Sa iba, hindi ko alam kung kanya kay Elmer, right? Dun sa business niya, he used yung small business loan. Correct? Tama ba, Elmer?
Pwedeng i-explore. Yung iba naman nagso-social media para ma-monetize. Joke lang. Pinapatawa ko lang si Erwin.
So that's another form of again,
Raising capital.
raising capital. Iba talaga. Anyway, sige, balik tayo sa topic. Pero totoo naman, di ba? For some people, they use that. They use that.
That's legit. That's legit. You have 500,000 followers. You make money out of it. Then make it a capital to make a business.
Kung may bumili na $1 each lang, di 500,000 na no?
Yeah. I mean, real talk.
Galing. So yun yung So either you do bootstrap, marami pang option, right? So as we move along, itong podcast 4.0, Raising Capital, pag-uusapan pa natin to. Marami tayong mga magiging guests.
Exciting. Exciting to. Marami tayong magiging guests in different banks and financial institutions. Na the day that magbibigay sa atin ng like more detailed information on how to secure capital. Just an introduction, introduction lang natin to kasi we want to establish what is capital. So maliwanag naman siguro na capital is not just money, but it comes in different forms. And raising capital is always based on what kind of business, what is your business plan, what size of business, so that you can really determine what size of capital you want to raise. And sa susunod naman is how to raise capital. That's actually a secondary thing. Once you establish mo na yung business plan mo, what kind of business, then you will try to source your fund. Kung ano yung kailangan na capital. It could be a traditional and non-traditional ways. You can use financial institutions, or you could use like friends, families, your own savings, or even ventures, partnership. You can use the avenue of like selling your old collectible cars.
Collectible cars.
So sky's the limit. Minsan kasi ang mga entrepreneurs ang pinoproblema is wala silang perang kapital para makapag-start ng business, which is actually that's the last before mo tanungin yan is ano mo ng klaseng business. And then sourcing of capital is nandyan lang basta alam mo kung paano. Pwede ka nga mangutang sa best friend mo, you issue a promissory note good for 2 to 3 years with the interest of this. You could ask your parents, maybe you could take a loan out of their house.
Yeah.
Which is almost less than 10% of the total value. So if their house is like 2 million and you only loan 200,000 on the value of the house, you just pay the 3, 4, 5% to 9% of the equity interest rate. You get to use the money for free. And then when your business grows, you give your parents a portion of it or a portion of ownership. Everybody's happy. Maraming ways. There's like a lot of ways to find capital. Or manghiram ka kay Erwin or kay Alan, ganun.
Hindi, kasi minsan tayo pag nagbubukas ng business, ang kagad natin capital kaagad eh. Marami naman pwede nating i-formulate na strategy to build para mag-raise ng fund or mag-raise ng capital for that business. Di ba? Tama ba yung pagkaintindi ko?
Correct. And then yung iba nga, magandang business idea, magandang business plan. There's a very promising and a potential business. Some people gather their friends. Ask everyone, are you interested? Are you willing to chip in? That's everything is possible. Anything can be possible na makakuha ka ng funding. Ang tanong dyan is, grit. You have the grit to really move and mobilize yung plan mo as an entrepreneur para dun sa business na gusto mong itayo. Kasi yun lang eh. Pagka pag gusto,
May paraan.
maraming paraan. Diba?
Pag ayaw, ang daming dahilan.
Mhm.
Mga kasabihan. Pero totoo yun, tama yun. Pag gusto talaga, maraming paraan. Pag ayaw, ang dami mong dahilan. And ganda ng topic. I know there's maraming matutulungan yung mga listener natin. Nabubulol na ako, parang marami tayong
Mukhang
matutulungan.
gusto ko na mag-English version ah.
Tinatry ko
Hirap tayo Tagalog eh.
marami tayong matutulungan na mga startup, right? Hindi nila alam how to. Pero basically, you start with your business. Anong klaseng business muna before you go with the funding, correct? Yun naman
Yeah.
talaga yun. Kailangan alamin mo muna kung anong klaseng business, then and paano mo malalaman yun kung wala kang business plan? Right? Hindi pwedeng execute lang kagad, then pag pumalpa ka or nanghiram ka agad ng pera.
Execute ulit. Sandaang beses kang mag-execute ng palpak. Kawawa ka na yun.
Which is paulit-ulit lang yung nangyayari. You never learn, right? So, dapat, anything na pagkakamali mo sa una, i-improve mo. Hindi mo na dapat uulitin. Right? That's why, siguro lahat naman tayo dumaan tayo sa kapalpakan, right? So, pero as we move forward, yung mga lesson na natututunan natin doon, ina-apply natin. Hindi na natin ginagawa yung mga pagkakamali natin. Any messages or lesson that you want to share with other people about raising capitals or strategies that you did in finding capitals or raising capitals for your business? Mauna na kayo, bato-bato kayong dalawa.
Hindi, actually, ang ano dun, tulad tayo, Erwin, di ba, nasa IT business tayo.
Yeah.
Ako may mga business ako ditong tinayo na hindi ako naglabas ng monetary capital.
Mm-hmm.
Nagkaroon ako ng plan talaga. Lalo na sa technology natin ngayon, mas madali siyang gawin.
True. Mm-hmm.
Kasi na-fave na yung way ng ibang entrepreneurs eh. Ginagaya na, or yung template nila, ginagaya na lang natin.
Very true. What about you, Elmer? Any messages, last word?
Well,
share experience.
para sa akin, again, I would like to invite all our listeners from day one up to now. I think this is one of the important topics that we're going to discuss from moving forward. There's baka maging 4.22. And I want to invite everyone to stay tuned. Wag niyong skip yung mga bawat episodes because we're gonna unpack informations and like interviews from real people that are really
doing the business.
doing and actually working and actively working in the field of getting capital for businesses. I know, Erwin, di ba, may mga naka-line up tayo na mga tao that were i-interviewin from from small business loans and traditional and non-traditional like loans na ginagawa nila in the industry. So please subscribe and follow our podcast. Hanggat we got like valuable informations for everyone. But at saka yung sa akin, I experienced securing capital, traditional and non-traditional But the most recent is the SBA loans, which is, I think I have some like detailed information that I will able to share for the next episodes kasi medyo overtime na tayo ngayon, partner.
Ako din, may share din ako about real estate and how to get the fund, right? And to buy your next property. So, ayun.
Yeah, maybe we can invite all our brokers.
Invite natin.
Yeah.
It's good na Alan is here and we're happy na nandito na siya. Tagal niya kami pinagtaguan. And
I mean, nakakasaya ko ngayong araw na to. I mean, nakompleto tayong tatlo.
na-miss ko yung conversation natin when we
Hindi,
started.
siguro sa next time, isi-share ko rin kung paano ako nag-raise ng funds sa IT company ko.
Yun.
Yan.
Galing.
Paano ko na-raise naitayo yung IT company na wala akong nilabas na funds galing sa bulsa ko.
I-share mo na ngayon.
Next episode na, overtime na tayo,
Next
partner.
episode. Sige. So, medyo bitin, right? But that's how it is.
Lagi mo naman bitin eh.
Nagko-complain.
So by the way, next month, magkikita-kita tayo.
Ay, o nga pala. So, we're flying doon sa location ni Alan. So, magkikita-kita kami in person. Ayos. Abangan yung aming abangan yung aming segment na yon. Nandun kami sa Calgary, Alberta.
Yes! Hanap ako ng kangaroo. Hindi pa doon yung kangaroo. Australia pala yun. Ano bang meron sa Alberta? Baka.
Dinosaur.
Ayoko pala. Totoo yan? Mga fossil, di ba? It's good to have you back, Alan. And na-miss namin yung podcast kasi si Elmer, ang tagal umuwi ng Pilipinas. Ikwentuhan mo muna kami ng mabilis about your trip. How was it?
Napaka-busy yung for the 21 days. Mukhang 7 days lang yung na-enjoy kong bakasyon eh. pero yung isang business partner ko doon, yung aming tinatayong isang corporation is all set. Actually, on the move na ang production. Hopefully by December, ma-release na yung product. At abangan nyo, bibigyan ko kayo ng update. It was a good trip. I feel like it's short and busy, but what can we do?
Ayos. Kami magpapaalam na. Kami babalik next week, definitely. Abangan nyo uli ang aming podcast. At kasama na namin lagi si Alan. Hindi na siya makakatakas.
Yes!
At yung network natin, may ginagawang project ngayon. So, we must share natin next time.
Wow, okay.
Thank you. Good to have you back, Alan. Thank you. Elmer, ingat. We'll talk again.
God bless everyone. Alan, God bless.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Stop recording.